Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. So, according to Shams, not Woj, Shams, who is still a very, if not just as good, reliable source in the world of the NBA, has said, man, I'm just baffled by all this news right here, okay? The Boston Celtics have engaged in conversations with the Philadelphia 76ers revolving around Benjamin Franklin Simmons. I do not know if his middle name is Franklin, and I also not know if I know his full name is Benjamin. I didn't know he's Ben Simmons, and yeah, man, I think you and I can both agree that we're just kind of ready for this to be over with. But the Boston Celtics, I ain't gonna lie, man, like, it kind of was a team that surprised me a little bit as somebody that kind of like bounced off, but at the same time, too, I was kind of thinking heavily about it, too, man, and kind of liking it just a little bit here and there based on what the trade is, which is what I want to know from you guys in the comment section below. Because over on my main channel, Crispy Flakes, later today, I am going to be doing a Ben Simmons Boston Celtics rebuild. So I need you guys to let me know in the comment section below, guys, what is the most realistic trade possible? Because I want to try to get that trade down correctly when I do that video, man. So let me know that, in the comments and everything. So yes, looking at the Boston Celtics, like why exactly would the Celtics go for Ben Simmons, man? So we're looking at Basketball Reference real quick here. Just lost their last game to the Dallas Mavericks, currently 4-6 on the season. And yeah, man, definitely a bit of a maybe transitional year, as, with Brad Stevens and Udoka. I mean, just two guys, obviously Brad Stevens being like in the new big boy chair and Udoka being the new head coach of the team. A little bit of an adjustment period right there and everything. But overall, you could really say, like, this season and last season, like, the Celtics just seem to kind of be missing that thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right now their offensive rating is 18th. That's not, Ben Simmons not really going to help that out too much. Well, in the sense of like scoring, but obviously, Ben Simmons is one of the best passing dudes in the NBA and knows how to make plays for others and everything like that, man. So yeah, like he'll help out in that, that perspective. Defense rating 14th. Ben Simmons on the team instantly going to help that out. You probably make you a top 10 defensive team in the NBA. If we're being honest about it, man. So yeah, looking at the Celtics team and everything, like, because they got to do something to improve. Right now, we got Jaylen Brown as the leading scorer at 26 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting pretty nice out there. And then you got Jason Tatum, at about 24 points, 8 rebounds. And while those numbers look good, if you instantly look at his efficiency, shooting just under 40% and 32% from 3. So, like, obviously, if you can have another player out there to set up Tatum and everything, then it's just going to help things out so much, right, man? Just, like, helping them by, find, like, better shots. Because, like, Schroeder is fine, but I'm so happy Schroeder didn't get that contract with the Los Angeles Lakers because, to me, Schroeder's a backup point guard. He is a 6-man point guard on a contending team. He's a starting point guard on a rebuilding team. Plain and simple, man. Like, Schroeder's been fine. I guess his also efficiency has also been pretty garbage also. But, when you think about Ben Simmons, it's important to note that last year, really the last 2 seasons with the Celtics, what's been the issue? Let's talk about Kyrie Irving first. Kyrie Irving is simply a guy who excels by having the basketball in his hands and making plays for himself. Like, Kyrie Irving is a bucket. That did not work well with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Last year, you got a lesser version of that with Kemba Walker, a guy that just, pretty much just focuses on scoring and stuff like that, right? And there's nothing wrong with having that type of guy on your team. But I know for me personally, this offseason, the one guy I was hoping the Celtics would have went for was Lonzo Ball, because that's what the Celtics need. They need somebody that can just, like, make plays for others, play defense, doesn't really care too much about their own offense because, well, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's going to get the best out of that part of the court, right, man? So, yeah, as far as that goes, like, Ben Simmons instantly becomes that perfect fit. Now, not to mention, too, Philly and Boston being a bit of rivals out there, that you might even get a little bit of an extra motivated Ben Simmons to prove some things out there. But another difficult thing to kind of handle with this, too, is, like, what exactly does that trade package look like? I know you guys let me know in the comment section below, but I'm trying to put together my own one because I'm so dang curious about it, man. So, yes, I guess the first thing we have to gauge is who is Benjamin Simmons, man? Who is Benjamin Franklin Simmons? Okay, let's look him up real quick here, man. Okay, just to know, like what exactly are we trading for? So last season for the Philadelphia 76ers, 58 games, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists per game. Obviously plays good defense and does not shoot 3-pointers. Just not part of his game. He doesn't like to do it. probably should do it a little bit, but, you know, man, maybe a new coach can get that out of him. So in the playoffs is kind of where we started struggling a bit more, especially like, you know, in the later series where they got eliminated. 12 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, so scoring down a little bit, assists up and everything like that. Which kind of goes to show that, you know, Ben Simmons can't be like the second best player on your team because he can be a little bit, well, no, he is too passive. That's the issue with Ben Simmons' game. He's too passive. But on the Boston Celtics, that's not an issue whatsoever, assuming you don't give up Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown on a trade. Like, if they're asking for either one of those guys, I'm instantly hanging up the phone every single time because it just would not be worth it for the Boston Celtics. Like, you don't give up either one of those two guys for Ben Simmons at this point. It's just not what you do. So, yeah, 3-time All-Star. I mean, I know there's a lot going on with Ben Simmons as far as like what we say about him, but when it comes down to it, man, like he's still a great basketball player, right? He's still an absolutely great basketball player. So contract-wise, yeah, he's being paid some pretty hefty money through the 2025 NBA season, which, let's pull up Fanspo real quick here, guys, and go to the trade machine and everything, because, you know, you look at this Boston Celtics team. Where are we at, man? Where are they at these days? Damn, 11th? Really? Okay. Yeah, you look at the Celtics team and, like, the money they owe to, like, their players between Tatum, Al Horford. Yeah, he's got 2 years left on his contract. Jaylen Brown. It's just when you really, like, think about it, like, I really thought looking at some of these contracts, some of the expiring deals they have and team options and everything, that they were going to wait till free agency to really do any big-time move and everything like that. So I guess the mindset here is, like, if there's not, like, a player that's going to be, I don't think it's going to show us the updated free agents right here. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, man. Like if it doesn't like show, if there's not like gonna be like good free agents or whatnot, it's like, yeah, like Ben Simmons, like take a chance there, right? Like let's not wait forever to do this. Like you got the cap space, let's spend a little bit of cap space if it means making the basketball team better overall. Not only like for next season, but also in this very early NBA season too, because you can literally go and get that type of player and it's gonna spark everybody and everything, right? So okay, what would Coach Crispy, what type of trade would he do for Ben Simmons, knowing his trade value? I'm sorry to say, 76er fans, you are not getting a big-ass haul out of Ben Simmons based off the circumstance. All that leverage is completely gone. Now, while I understand that the 76ers are not just going to give him up for anything, I think at this point, you know, there's a little, like, in-between that can be met here. So, okay, let's pull up the Boston Celtics. Let's do all 76ers right here. So 76ers right there, and then we'll do the Boston Celtics over here, man. So, okay, so we got $33 million going over to the Celtics. So that already has to be matched. Al Horford would not be part of the trade because Al Horford is just like, he was already on the 76ers. They did that. They don't need him whatsoever, right? So I think the first big trading piece right here, if you're not looking to give up Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, would have to be Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart just fits in with the Philly culture and everything like that, and just that grit and grind and everything would be amazing to see, so that would be nice. I think you're tossing in Dennis Schroeder, just because, you know, point guard for point guard type of thing, so you got that going for you. Oh, man, I think at this point, too, you're probably looking at a lot of draft picks, because, like, Peyton Pritchard is fine. Maybe Aaron Nesmith just for, like, the young player, you know, getting, like, a good young prospect right there. As far as like trading Robert Williams, I mean, they got Drummond as a backup. They have, you know, Joel Embiid as their starter and everything. So yeah. So at this point, 13. We still got quite a bit of money to spend, man, or to throw in. So Josh Richardson was on the 76ers before, and that was not like a great fit. So honestly speaking, you're probably looking at Horford going back to Philly, and at that point, he might get bought out or something like that. But it's really the only way. Ooh, that might still be a little bit too much too. At that point now, you're probably taking Schroeder off. Yeah, you're taking off Schroeder because they don't really need Schroeder in Philly because they got Tyrese Maxey anyway, and plus you got Marcus Smart now too. You got Seth Curry, all those guys. So okay, we'll take off him. A lot of picks going over there too, man. Because well, not a ton of picks. I guess I would probably say because they're not getting like that all-star caliber player. You don't want to say superstar. You want to say all-star caliber player here, man. Back in it, that, you know, you're probably looking at one extra draft pick tossed in. So we'll say unprotected, 2 unprotected first. So we got that trade to 76ers. I would say that's pretty fair, all things considered, man. That's pretty fair, all things considered. For Ben Simmons, you are getting Marcus Smart, who helps you win now. Aaron Nesmith, that could become something. And then Al Horford, who could get bought out, traded to a contender, whatever it may be. and then you're getting 2 first-round picks out of him, man. I feel like at that point, you can't ask for much from Ben Simmons. You might even say the Celtics are overpaying a tad in this case, but a lot of that, you know, is like tossing Al Horford is for like salary reasons and everything. So there's other ways around that. Let's see if this works, though, man. Let's see if it works. And it failed. Marcus Smart cannot be traded this year since he signed an extension after August 6th. I do not know if that is true or not, man. I do know it's true, but I didn't know that you couldn't trade somebody at that point. Okay, well, that makes it even more difficult, man. Which is why I asked you guys in the comment section below, what type of trade would get this done? If they, like, you do not give up Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. You don't do that. You do not do that. They do that, I'm going to be mad. There's going to be a rage video. There's going to be a big-ass rage video, man. So, yeah, go check out Crispy Flakes. I will be doing a rebuild over there of everything. But let me know what the trade is, man. Whatever the best one is, the one I will use.